Well, it's becoming more and more so that naturopaths and doctors are amalgamating under one roof. So why are they uniting and joining up? And is this a good thing? Joining me today to tell me all about it is Jaine Kirtley. Welcome to the show, Jaine.
Thank you.
Now tell me about doctors and naturopaths actually uniting and being under one roof to have care for, patients. Is this a good thing?
Oh, I think it's an excellent thing, and a growing number of naturopaths in the New Zealand Society of Naturopaths are taking this up. The majority work independently, but where they are taking it up, it's possible for the patients to have a sort of one-stop shop, which is really awesome for them, that they can go to one place for all their healthcare needs.
Because I think most of the time when you would go to a doctor, you wouldn't go to a naturopath, but I think quite a lot of the time is, a doctor can't help you with everything.
That's right. No one can have the total knowledge, and great thing about naturopathy is that we've got very much a holistic approach, very natural approach, and motivating people to really take responsibility of themselves. But even when we do that, when we see people, sometimes we'll see conditions or symptoms that we think, hey, look, we really want to get this checked out because this might be more in the expertise of the doctors rather than our expertise. And there might be an emergency care that needs to be taken there. Yeah.
And I suppose it's helpful for the doctors as well.
Yeah, definitely, because sometimes there's cases where a patient, the doctors say, well, I don't know how to help you anymore, and in that case they've got a naturopath on hand that they can say, well, hey, how would you approach this and how can you help this person? So in that way the patient gets the best possible care, and the naturopath can come in and say, well, actually we treat them naturally in this particular way. And New Zealand Society of Naturopaths, trained naturopaths, all registered a very high and trained to a very high degree, so that they can have their expertise to know when to refer on and when they're able to help that particular patient.
I think this might be something that some people aren't aware of, is that how much training goes into becoming a naturopath. It is quite a lot, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a 4-year training, and it's very rigorous. There are insurance companies that will cover naturopaths that are trained with the New Zealand Society of Naturopaths, because they recognise the training that we have is to such a high degree. But whether or not people belong to that insurance scheme, it gives them that confidence to know that, hey, yeah, this is somebody I can trust, and I know that they'll be able to help me, and if they can't help me, I can be confident they'll refer me on should they need to.
Yeah, to a doctor or something else.
Or someone else, yeah.
So there is a number of naturopaths that are uniting with doctors underneath the same roof. How's this gone so far?
Well, the naturopaths that are involved in that have actually described it as being a really awesome experience. They absolutely love it, and they say, look, it's great, we know that we can help care for the patients, and if we need to refer on, it's so easy to refer because look, it's just next door that we can do that. And if there's an emergency, we're quick to refer on, and also we can put our heads together quite quickly about how to best help a patient that might need a bit extra care that we're not sure which direction to take, and vice versa. The doctors too that are involved in the integrative medical centres are really pleased to have this comprehensive healthcare for their patients.
Which is good, because one would think that there would be a little bit of competition going on for patients, like, oh no, we can't send patients off to the naturopath, they need to come to us, but there's none of that going on.
There doesn't seem to be. No, that doesn't seem to be an issue. I think that's a little bit more old school.
Yeah.
And I think most people are aware that there's a lot of ways that you can help your health, and it's not a sort of a them or us situation. It's, look, go to different people and they'll be able to help you in different ways. And it's very much about choice. The great thing about the integrative medical centres is that the people are aware going there, hey, look, I've got choice about who I want to see and who can help me at different times. Yeah. Are
you finding that more and more people are becoming a little bit more open to the natural way?
Definitely. Yeah, I know for myself over the last 20 years, the doctors are becoming much more aware of it and want to either incorporate some of the techniques into their practice, or say, look, I want to draw a naturopath in, refer somebody onto a naturopath when I feel, look, we really can't help. And that's been a great movement forward, and it's a growing movement, really. Yeah.
Do you think more and more naturopaths and doctors will unite in more centres? Are you seeing it as a growth?
Yeah, I think it is the growth, and it's the way a lot of naturopaths and doctors would like to see things going ahead. It doesn't suit all doctors, it doesn't suit all naturopaths for various reasons, but the awareness that we are working together with the patient is really the best thing. And even if they are at a different centre, the naturopath can refer on as well. So even if the naturopath is working independently, they'll still have that awareness, but the integrative centres sort of remind us of that all the time, that yeah, we're all working in the same direction. We all want to help, yeah.
We all want to see fit and healthy people out there.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Jane, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, you're welcome.
Jane Kirtley, they're taking a look at integrated clinics with naturopaths and doctors working together, which is good to hear. Right, after the break, we're finding out about how one intermediate school are now using cell phones as a learning tool. Find out more after the break.